Joe, the Super Bowl is what, 5 days away? Just doesn't feel like it.
Does anyone care?
Like I usually get hit up for like squares. I usually get hit up for like bets and props and all that stuff. I don't think anyone cares about this Super Bowl.
I already dropped a hundy on my squares, bro.
Maybe I'm just becoming unpopular. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like I just don't get the invite. That's funny.
What about the news with Sohan? His name's going to be gone by Thursday, hopefully. Trade deadline.
What happens if nothing pops up, Joe?
They're going to let the stray dog back in.
Take something, right?
He's the stray dog, right? They didn't let him in the house anymore. They kicked him out. He found his way back home, Mike.
Found his way back home. That's nice.
Went
to a comedy show last night. I got to get into Monday night. A Monday night date with Chica.
Oh, okay. There you go. And we're also going to get into how clutch have both De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. How clutch have they been in the month of January?
So Robert Kraft didn't make the Hall of Fame. So not only did Belichick not make it, Kraft didn't make it. Dude, watch, as ESPN's trying to point out today, Tom Brady in jeopardy of not being a first ballot Hall of Famer? Is he going to get punished
for
all
the hate for the Patriots, man? I don't get it. Bill Belichick does deserve to be in there, man. Real talk.
Yeah, real talk. I mean, even Kraft said so. Kraft hates him. Kraft is like, hey, I don't like the guy, but he deserves to be in.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade, we rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, oh, it's the life that we chose.
That's right. We're rising together on a Tuesday. My name is Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by PF Chang's La Cantera, also powered by Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. You can be part of our show by taking part in our chat. We also have a media share text line of 830-391-9164, 830-391-9164. If you have any funny videos, if you have any topics, photos that you want to get into, that's your way of being part of the show. Again, thank you so much for being with us. All the regulars are in the house right now. I tell you what, Joe, we have a good fraternity of sorts, right? And I know we have ladies in the house, Texas Latina and all that stuff, Myra and all that, who take part in what we do. I say fraternity in a sense that it's just a nice collection of people. Like, we have become a community over 500 plus episodes of this show. It's so cool what we do, dude. It's so cool to have this community. And we can't wait to be with you guys. So now we're looking at what? February 28th as being the party date still?
Yes, sir. 28th. We're going to go ahead and probably get the venue. The venue is going to change. We're going to have more of a centralized location for everybody. And that way we can go ahead and not be privy to the elements, So we're thinking Hard Rock Cafe downtown. Why not?
Sponsor the show. Just
on the Riverwalk.
Give us a section. Go to the Riverwalk. Go hang out there. It's indoors. There's no excuses. Even if it's rainy or cold or whatever the case may be, you can still make your way downtown. And, Joe, it's funny. The weather is getting a little bit nicer. It's like in the 50s and 60s. I know San Antonio almost hit 70 yesterday. So we're in that crazy part of the year where it's like 25 degrees one day and 68 degrees the next. But
fall, spring.
Yeah, fall. There's false fall. There's false spring, right? And then there's like 9 months of summer. But this is going to be a good show. Hey, I want to say congratulations to my daughter, Ava Jimenez. She was accepted an offer to go to Health Careers High School, which is one of the top high schools in the state, in the country. In fact, U.S. News and Report says that it's the 134th ranked school in the country when it comes to high schools. And my daughter, Ava, was supposed to go to Brennan, but then decided, you know what? I want to go check out these magnet schools. And she got the offer from Health Careers, and she accepted last night. So I'm very proud of my Ava girl for making that happen. Bright days ahead, man. That's an amazing thing. I was so proud of her. Chica, so proud of her. And last night, Joe, Chica and I had a date. Here's the problem with the date. I thought that I had tickets to a comedy show on Tuesday. There I am at the house yesterday at 4 o'clock, and the tickets pop up on my phone saying, "Don't forget tonight's the show." And I freaked out. Chica was getting a manicure, and I had to call her. I was like, "Babe, the show's tonight." And we all made our way over to the comedy show. We saw Ralph Barbosa at the Houston Improv. I'm going to get into that during our Hard Rock segment later on because there were some positives and negatives to that show. We'll get into that. We'll be talking a lot of Spurs talk like we always do. Some Super Bowl talk. I mean, we're going to have Rashad Wisdom and Frank Harris, UTSA royalty, with us tomorrow, going in depth into the Super Bowl, what their thoughts are as former football players. We're going to get into the overview of some of the things that we're looking at in the Super Bowl. What are we excited about? And we'll get into that today. NBA trade deadline is a couple of days away, February 5th. Jeremy Sohan still on the roster. Jeremy Sohan still walking around looking like a Sharpie, like a highlighter Sharpie, but he's still part of the team. I brought up the question yesterday, brought it up on Twitter today. What happens if we don't get a deal that we like? Nick Wright from FS1 is still banging the drum going, dude, the Spurs need to get in on this Giannis sweepstakes. And the trade offer that he keeps bringing up is one that I'm willing to do, Joe. So I don't know if he's trying to bang for clicks or what, but let's get into that a little bit.
But this is my argument too. Why would you want Giannis right now? He's mostly injured all the time. He's aging out. He's getting up there in age. Can he help your team get better? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are you going to give up to get him? And if you get him, that signals you're winning. You're wanting to win right now versus let me go ahead and build towards the future, because you'd have to give up something. And that means picks maybe.
Right. So basically, it goes on to say that, because you have ESPN coming out and saying that in the driver's seat right now, the Golden State Warriors, because they're trying to match up Steph Curry for the final years of Curry's career. They know Curry's getting old. Klay Thompson's no longer there. Draymond's getting old. And it's a last-ditch effort to be relevant in the last years of Steph Curry's career. FS1's going the other way, going, dude, you still have Wemby over there. If you can get Giannis without giving up Castle or Harper, you got to bang that drum and make that happen because it does improve the team. Is he the superstar that he was, 3 years ago? No. Was he the superstar that he was 2 years ago? No. Is he going to be worse now than he was in years past? Yes. But is he still a top 50 player? Is he still a top 25 player? And what if it doesn't take much to get it? So, Nick Wright banging the drum, and it's just one of those things where he just says, you know what? What if down low the Spurs are doing that? What if down low the Spurs are saying, look, man, we have amassed a war chest of picks. Let's give you 5 first-rounders, right? None of them belonging to the Spurs. It's like that, that Mavericks pick, that Bulls pick, that Atlanta pick, and basically just put them all together because they wouldn't want our picks because our picks are going to be good or going to be bad because we're going to be a good team. But give them other teams' picks, Minnesota, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then just match salary. And the way that you match salary is you get rid of Harrison Barnes, which the Spurs are going to get rid of at the end of the year anyway, and you get rid of Devin Vassell. I've heard of worse trade offers for Giannis involving the Spurs. Some saying, involve Castle or Harper. I know the Spurs aren't going to do it, but I found it funny that there's one channel that is banging the drum saying the Spurs need to do this, and they're still doing this, even though the Spurs have outright said that they're not in the sweepstakes, that they're not interested. I wonder if they're not interested because the Bucks said, hey, we want Castle, we want Harper, we want both.
Possibly. The asking price was too high.
Yeah, but what if the asking price gets lowered? What if by standing up and going away from the table, what if that was leverage? What if that created leverage?
What if they want Wemby? Would you get rid of Wemby for Giannis?
No, you don't get rid of Wemby for anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the asking price was high.
They know they're not going to get Wemby, but if the asking price was Castle and Harper, they're not going to ask that. That's insulting. That's just not even a topic of conversation. But
better player, Wemby or Giannis? Better player right now, Wemby or Giannis? Pick your
Better player
fighter
right now.
right now. Pick your fighter.
When healthy, Giannis.
Oh my!
When healthy, Giannis.
But Giannis can't shoot. The brother can't shoot.
Well, Giannis is also a former MVP. That's something that Wemby has not done. Giannis has also won a ring, which is also something that Wemby has not done. But I look at this whole situation because it's all about leverage. Who has more leverage, right? The Spurs right now have this Sohan situation going on, and at some point, dominoes have to fall. And you see the Clippers right now. James Harden coming out and saying that he wants out and gave them 48 hours to figure it out, basically. This is a team that's winning games, that's close to 500, that's knocking on the door of making the play-in. And there are teams like the Knicks who started out hot, then got cold. And then there's teams like the Pistons they're white hot right now, but also don't have a complete team necessarily. They have their flaws as well. And it's weird how these teams right now need to ask themselves the question, are we a championship contender or not? Because if the Spurs are a championship contender, don't they have to act like that? I mean, the rumor yesterday was that the Spurs were going to get, and forgive me if I mispronounce the name, Goga Pitazde, right?
Who? Who the hell is that?
That was the rumor last night, and you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it. That is a player that is very Spursious. Goga Bitadze, who's from Georgia, not the state, but the country of Georgia, is somebody who's having a better year this year than he's had in years past. He's with Orlando, has been in the league since 2019, was a first rounder, a late first rounder, like a 19 pick in the draft that year. This year, averaging 60 minutes per game, 6 points per game, and 5 rebounds. He's a big body. He's a center, 6'11" guy, right? You bring that in to like have another body, get rid of Biyombo, get rid of that type of player on the team, and you have Luke Cornett alongside of him, right? And then in case somebody big gets hurt, Luke Cornett gets hurt, you see you have something there. But is that a championship move? Or are the Spurs right now being one of those teams that's like, we like who we got? We're gonna just because that's the phrase that we're hearing, right? The Spurs want to see what they would do with this roster. Are you a championship contender or not?
I'm gonna take a page out of your playbook. If the Spurs get Giannis with that signal the punt of the season,
I don't know why anybody would complain about getting a top 10 player in the league.
He doesn't fit here, man.
He opens up a lot.
What's going to happen if you put him on Wemby on the court at the same time? How is that going to work? Giannis needs more touches than Wemby. He'll play inside the paint. You're going to have Wemby sitting outside, just camping outside the 3-point line. I mean, how is that going to work? How's that dynamic going to work? How many minutes are you going to give each player? Like, there's a lot of factors there. What if, and here's the other thing. What if Giannis starts taking away Wemby's minutes? How is Wemby going to feel about that?
They don't play the same position. They
I know that, Mike, but I'm just saying, if they're not playing the same positions, how are you going to utilize them on the court and the minutes?
If Shaq and Kobe could coexist for many titles, then these two could. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's probably a snowball's chance in hell that it's going to happen. But I'm just saying. But what I'm saying though is that what if the Bucks are looking around like Will Smith and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the empty living room, just looking around? What if they're just looking around and there's nobody that wants to give them what their offer is? Look at the Kings, the dynamic of the Kings with what they wanted for De'Aaron Fox. And what did the Spurs give them? A freaking crap burger with a bag of chips and said, eat it. And guess what the Kings did? They ate it. Spurs got Fox for nothing.
For
like literally nothing. Not even a bag of Takis, dude. It's a bag of those Frito swirls that come in that bag. You get that box that has like 18 different bags in there.
They gave him the HE brand chips. HEB.
Exactly. They gave those chicharrones that were left open and they're stale. Right?
Gross.
That's what they gave them. So that's what I'm fascinated about this trade deadline is that is that you don't know who has leverage yet. And the closer you get to the deadline, which is
Yeah.
basically 48 hours away, crap's going to happen. And as Mike's Big oh my God, it's called Mike's Big Tooth. Super
Let's put it.
chat.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
I love it, dude.
Because
Mike's
like
big tooth.
Sohan, listen, like Sohan, I'm still here, Mike. I gotta yank that sucker out. I gotta get the forceps out.
Maybe we can get Giannis for your tooth, bro. You still got it.
So, for those of you who don't know, I had a tooth extracted last week, but no one can see it because it's the furthest tooth in the back because it got cracked, man. So it is what it is, man. It's funny because the Spurs right now, we were not expecting the situation, Joe. If I had told you before the year started, Joe, what do we say? What did we say? We wanted this team to make the playoffs. That's all we wanted. That's all we wanted. Okay? Like Paramore, all we ever wanted was to make the playoffs. And if I had told you before the season started that not only would the Spurs be in position to make the playoffs, but Mitch Johnson would be the head coach of the All-Star team, you would have said that we were out of our minds.
I would have said you're high, Mike.
Would have said that we're high, while also telling Jeremy Sohan to get a shine box. You would have said that I was high. Oh, and by the way, Wemby missed a dozen games. And oh, by the way, Fox wasn't there the first month of the season. And oh, by the way, Harper missed a lot of time. And Castle missed time. And Devin Vassell missed a month. If you had told me all of that, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have been high off my ass.
Would you believe this, Mike? Look at the Spurs now from BetUS.
BetUS,
They are
the over-under
favored.
of minus 130.
Yep.
Saying that the Spurs have a 50 over-under 54.5 wins. Minus 130 means that more people are betting the over than the under. Okay, because if it was 50-50, it'd be minus 110. 130 means that the over is being selected more. So, Joe, I think that there's got to be something going on at One Spurs Way, which is where the Spurs call their headquarters, asking the question, well, crap, we're like 2 years ahead of schedule. Do we do something about this? Because who do the Spurs have to dangle? Spurs have to dangle Jeremy Sohan, which will get you a bag of Takis, right? But you've got 2 expiring contracts, Kelly Olynyk. And then no one wants to say it, Joe. He's no longer a starter. Harrison Barnes sitting out there as an empty salary. Again, why would another team want to trade for Olynyk and Harrison Barnes? It's because that's $30 million of freed up cap space if they just take them for 3 months. Take them for 2 months.
Or you can outright cut them too from the team. Let somebody else deal with them.
Well, yeah, true, but you're still going to pay their salary because
Exactly.
you're entitled to it.
Yeah.
But it's now. Does that mean that Harrison Barnes is now trade bait? Because
Absolutely.
because back in November, stupid Sean Elliott going, "Oh, you Mr. 100. Nah, it's stupid Sean. I'm gonna get roasted for that." I love Sean Elliott, right?
The Toyota Corolla got bald tires, bro. Check engine lights on. It's time to get it gone, man.
Yeah, like it's like Father Time showed up in a hurry for Harrison Barnes. It's usually a gradual decline. Like, oh well, there's some kind of like cars on the road. You know, that we call them the Corolla. You know, the check engine light comes on, and you kind of fix it a little bit, and then eventually it fades out. Right. I was on the road the other day, just outside of Conroe, and a car exploded, like outright exploded in the middle of the road, like a bomb went off. And it came to a crash, stop and halt, and they were pulling bodies out. Chica and I were freaking out, you know, and all that stuff happened a few days ago. That's almost like the Corolla that is Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes was driving around pretty smoothly. No check engine light came on. It just exploded. He went from being a very competent, good starting player to basura in the span of 3 weeks. William coming out and says Sean did jinx Barnes with that 100% stuff. Sam Selena says, no, Mike, you're right. Sean has gotten really annoying on the broadcast. I'm going to tell you what's annoying about the broadcast.
TJ Ford.
Well, no, at halftime, they're trying to spotlight and highlight the restaurants that are at the Frost
Yeah.
Bank Center, and they bring them food, and they're eating while the third quarter starts. Stop it. Because you know what they were doing, Joe? The other day, they were eating and talking about the food and how delicious the food was, and then suddenly looked up and said, oh, did somebody get a technical foul? Yeah, if you were actually doing your job and paying attention to the damn game and not chicken tenders, you would know that there was a technical foul and be following the game.
They could do that bit at halftime. Do the bit at halftime, man. Go live on your Insta or something, man. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring awareness to like, hey, look at all the new nice food that we have out there. And that food over there in the arena is effing garbage, bro. If you're out there by the fan zone, that's the food of the poors. They have all the freaking chicken wings and all the stuff that nobody really wants to eat, and it's overpriced. You go to the other side of the arena by La Gloria and Burgerteca, for the same price, you can get better food. Like, why do they do that, man? It makes no sense to me. Like, if you're going to have it on this end, like, kind of have it on the other side as well, for everybody to enjoy. You got to go all the way around the arena just to get the good eats. No, man, that's dumb.
You have to go to the La Gloria side, right, Joe?
The La Gloria side, Burteca, man, they got like, I don't know how many bars over there. You go to the HEB fan zone, they got like one long bar out there. And everything else is just like kind of segregated. And they have little, things to eat and stuff. But the stuff that they offer there is the same. It's for the same price. You can go across the arena and get better food, man, and better drinks.
I am still pissed off that the Spurs got rid of the Auntie Anne's ice cream.
Oh my!
That used to be at Ingram Park Mall way back when. The dip. They get out the ice bar, then they dip it in chocolate, and then you could put like sprinkles, or you could put the peanuts and chocolate on it. Dude, that was the best ice cream in the world. I remember when I went there 2 years ago looking for it, and I didn't realize it was no longer there. Man, I circled that arena twice looking for it, but that's gone. Spurs food at the Frost Bank Center, it's at least better than the Alamo Dome. I mean, the Alamo Dome is essentially hospital food.
Bro, you're going to be waiting in line at the Alamo Dome forever for a freaking little plate of chicken strips. And they're not going to be good at all. Like the hot wings, you're like, oh my God, these are the best hot wings I've ever had. Or was it at NRG Stadium?
Yeah.
Or Reliant,
NRG, yeah. They're called the Kinder sauce.
You couldn't stop eating them. You inhaled the whole plate.
Yeah, Chica still makes fun of me about that because, Francesca's like, she goes, Michael, the way that you were eating them, you look like a rat. You're just like
a rat.
like a raccoon, just wolfing it down. And I took one bite. She goes, it was so good. You didn't even offer one to me. And I was like, baby, they would have. It was so messy. You would have gotten, all over your nice.
You told her, no,
clothes.
You got to get your own. This is mine. You know what was good out there, though, when I was out there on Sunday? Me and LG wanted something to drink, right? And everybody was drinking. So I went up there to the bar, and I was up there at the bar trying to get me a drink, trying to think, what am I going to drink? They got martinis now at that Frost Center, dude. So I was like, you know what? Let me try one. I tried La Fresa. Man, that thing was good, dude. It's like $20-something, but the damn thing was good.
We got to ask ourselves the question, there's price gouging everywhere. And I understand you're going to pay more for stuff, right? I understand going to the movies. I'm going to pay $6 for a soda that really should cost me $2. I know I'm going to pay $8 for popcorn when it should cost me just $3. I get all that.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is my dogs are going crazy. What I don't understand is paying $16 for a drink at the Spurs game.
I paid $20 for that martini, dude. It was good.
You paid $20 for a martini?
$20 for a martini, dude. It was a good damn martini. It's a whole presentation, bro. Like, they give it to you in like this cup. It looks like a mason jar. But of course, they're gonna give us Mexicans no glass jars. It's plastic, It has a little handle and everything. and they dress it up and it has tahine and all this stuff in there. They make it with tequila. It was good. I was like, hey, this is a good drink. And of course, I sat down and I drank that while I was eating food that I had bought for the table and whatnot. And then when we were, sat our seats, of course, I was buying beer. So
Yeah.
we're just drinking Michelob Ultras because that's what the guy brings down in that cart, the little cart that they have. They have like, Budweiser products or whatever. And I'm just like, Michelob
Yeah.
Ultra it is because I ain't taking no Bud Light, bro.
Oh no, Bud Light, Budweiser, worst beers of all time. Actually, the worst beer of all time is Coors, but I don't mind me a
Oh,
Miller Light,
man.
dude. I don't mind me a Miller Light. Coors Light is just basically water. It is just straight up water. You have to like basically drink the Coors Light in the restroom because it's coming straight out.
Oh,
It's coming straight out.
hey,
Joy-Con on
man.
our chat saying that Mike Taylor of the In the Building podcast said that he got cold
Cold
hot
hot
dogs at the Alamo Bowl. I don't doubt it. I
How
don't
old are
doubt it
those
at
hot
all.
dogs, dude? Like,
Yeah,
like when you go to the corner store, like
right.
Quick Trip, and they have them that meat, just
Yeah.
spinning on that thing. How long has it been there, dude?
How basic is the Frost Bank Center though, where it's like here's a Whataburger, here's Taco
God,
Cabana,
dude.
and here's Pizza Hut. I mean, it's like a bad food court. Like
Yeah,
there's no. It's kind of like the I don't want to say the gentrification of the Alamo Dome or the Frost Bank Center, but like there's no. I know the La Gloria side is trying to bring the Latino flair to it all, but when you
yeah,
go to an arena in Philadelphia, it's about cheese steaks. It's about curds. It's about things that they're known for, right? You go to Louisiana, New Orleans, at LSU, they're serving gumbo and crawfish and all this stuff, right? Because it's what they're known for. We should be
yeah,
having like real nachos. I want to go to a Spurs game and get real nachos. Okay, I don't want this Rico nachos with the pork dipping into that gooey cheese. I don't want that, dude. I don't want
yeah.
that, dude. But
What was
anyway,
funny too when we're at that game, and that girl that was next to me that was watching the game with me and LG and all that, she
yeah.
came down and she got her a big old plate of freaking chicken strips, and she's just digging into them. And I'm like, man, you got the chicken strips? She goes, yeah. There was nothing else to eat. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, you got like Burger Teca and La Gloria right there. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you just go up the stairs, and you kind of go to the left a little bit and you'll see them. I said, for the same price you paid for that, you could have got something better. And she's like, oh, well, she was eating it anyway. But I'm just saying, dude, when you see stuff like that and it's like, do you want this or would you rather have some tacos de bistec or something different,
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. At least it gives you the ethnic stuff that you need to say that you're in San Antonio.
Yeah.
In San Antonio. Alex Orega comes out and says, "Yeah, Jimenez would scarf down some CC's pizza and Big Glue back in the day. With Big Glue back in the day, man,
Oh,
CC's pizza
CC's,
was
bro.
was I back in the day,
You eating the
man.
food of the poors, Mike? That with that CC's.
Dude, dude, that's what I'm talking about, man. The uh, you have the what's it called? And people are asking us. It says no audio. Is there? I have audio refresh. Okay, so we do have some questions about audio, but everything
We have
should be
audio. Our audio's fine.
okay on my end. But anyway, let's talk more about the Spurs and the NBA. Joe, do you think the Spurs are going to do anything of significance this trade deadline? And and
Maybe
and,
just get
and
rid of Sohan.
but you don't think they're going to bring in? Someone mentioned earlier on our stream here, Bobby Portis, Trey
Why?
Murphy, someone
Why?
who's going to be a starter, or are we going to be just
No.
bringing in the 10th player on the team?
No, they're just gonna get rid of Sohan, probably get picks or whatever for him, or get a body and then trade him right away, immediately cut him from the team. I don't think they're gonna do anything of substantial merit. And it's because they like the team they have. You've heard that whole old adage time in and time out.
Mhm.
I don't think Brian Wright's going to make a move that would satisfy Spurs fans right now. I think they're just going to play it safe. They're going to go ahead and just deal Sohan, get what they can for him, and then move on. What they could really benefit from is bringing in a veteran player that can shoot a damn three, but I don't
But
think
who's
that'll
out there?
happen.
I mean,
Exactly.
there's nobody out
Exactly.
there that is being dangled that can do that because that's a premium. I think it's a
Yep.
damn shame when the Spurs don't do something because here's the thing. The Spurs are the number 2 seed right now, and you have to look at the Western Conference. Oklahoma City is only going to get better because, like the Spurs, they'll more than likely have a lottery pick this year.
Yeah.
Houston's only going to get better. Denver still is a very solid team. The Lakers, if they build around Luka, when they get rid of LeBron and all that money, that cap space comes back, might be a better team. I look at it. I look at it like Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals in his rookie year, or early on in his career when he made his way to the Super Bowl. Everyone was like,
No.
"You'll be back," and they said that to Dan Marino too, right? Dan Marino didn't go back, didn't
No,
win it,
man.
didn't win it. You have to strike when the fire's hot, man.
That's why you have to make the most of the opportunities when you have them. Like any team that gets to the NBA Finals, any team that gets to the Super Bowl, you don't know when you're going to get there again. Make the most of the opportunities that you have in front of you.
If this
Capitalize on them.
capitalize on them, and if the Spurs won, this is so bizarre, Joe. If the Spurs won every home game in the first round,
Yeah.
every home game in the second round, they'd be in the Western Conference Finals. They don't have to win any road games.
Why
Just
wouldn't they be in there this year though? They might surprise you, Mike.
right. Assuming they're the 2 seed, right?
Yeah.
And then they play an Oklahoma City team that they've beaten 3 out of 4 times, and they play again tomorrow. I'm just saying that the possibility of the Spurs being one and done is there, but the path is also there for them to potentially make a run to the NBA Finals, and you have to capitalize on that. Like the idea of, and this is the whole my issue with Brian Wright, which I said he's done a fantastic job since 2023. The debacle that was the 2022 draft where all 3 were busts. Okay. 2023 and beyond, he's done a good job. But they have to pivot. They have to say, wait a minute. Why not us?
Why can't I be like that?
We talk about the Spurs being inconsistent and playing up to competition, playing down to competition. But guess what? They have the second best record in the West. Guess what? They also have a winning record against the number 1 team in the West.
And look at somebody in the
If the Spurs are inconsistent, what does that make the Lakers?
look at JHNSB says they're not the second seed, but they are right now. This is just 10 hours ago, the latest Western Conference standings, and the Spurs are number 2 right now in the West with a record of 33-16. Only 1 game separates them from the Denver Nuggets, who are 33-17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
If,
and
yeah,
that's why Mitch Johnson is the head coach for the All-Star team, is because they're the number 2 seed in the West, and because of the Riley rule, Mark Daigneault of the Oklahoma City Thunder was not allowed to coach because you cannot do it back-to-back years.
yeah. You look at JHNSB says that we're the second seed. Do we need trades then? The only thing that they'll probably do is either going to get rid of Sohan, like somebody said, then maybe they'll waive him, let him get picked up by another team. They can't make a trade. I mean, he doesn't want to be here. Why would you want to go ahead and keep a player who doesn't want to be here? Give him some time to, maybe make a deal, get picked up by another team, maybe a playoff team, and see what he can do. I don't know if Sohan will, if he gets picked up by another team, he's not going to be a starter. Mike, he's
No.
probably going to be coming off the bench, and he knows that.
No, that's it's insane what's going on with that, and we'll find out in 48 hours, right? I mean, I
Mhm.
wonder if Jeremy Sohan has actually packed his crap. Like,
You know,
does he have the cardboard box
his
in
shine
front
box.
of him? Does he have his box? Does he have his rags? Does he have his oils and his polish to go polish shoes? Shine
look at
those
that.
shoes.
So Toro Loco essay was saying, why was Lonnie Walker pushed out?
Oh,
Lonnie Walker was pushed out because he didn't develop quite as much as the Spurs had hoped. He had all the gifts. He had athleticism and everything you could want out of a young player. The only thing is he couldn't put his skill set together consistently. It was between the ears with Lonnie. It was all in his head. And you even got to see little glimpses of what he could do when he was with the Lakers. Then he moved on to another team. And now where's Lonnie Walker? Gone from the NBA. He's playing overseas now.
Lonnie Walker was somebody that I had high hopes for because, like
Me
you said, the
too.
athleticism was there. But the problem with Lonnie Walker to me and I said this before, I thought Pop did him dirty.
No,
I
man.
think Pop there's so many different people who are out there who are just sports fans who say, "Man, you got to be ready when your number's called and all that stuff." It doesn't work that way, man. You need to have a defined role. He didn't know if he was starting. He didn't know if he was coming off the bench as a six man, if he was going to be riding the pine, or if he was going to be a DNP coach's decision. He never knew his role.
Yeah.
And when there was no defined role, and you can say to some extent, Pop did Sohan dirty, having him go out there and play point guard when he knew he couldn't play point guard. It was idiot. That's when you knew that Pop had to leave, by the way. When Jeremy Sohan's out there playing point. But again, Lonnie Walker couldn't put it all together. If he was good enough to be in the NBA, he'd still be in the NBA.
You know who is good enough to put it all together? The Spurs let go, and Spurs fans feel a certain way this morning. Former Spur Dominic Barlow, and I was watching this game as I was working because, of course, Mondays and Tuesdays they got the games on the Peacock Network, right? So I'm watching it, and I'm watching him over there with the 76ers, and
yeah,
I was like, mira Barlow. He's having a good game. 26 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 10 of 16 from the field, Mike. And he played 35 minutes. And Spurs fans are, mira Brian Wright. He messed up again. He let go of another gem. No, mames, way. Come on.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is that Dominic Barlow kind of plays the same position that Wemby does, so he wouldn't be getting Wemby's minutes. Barlow, though, there were a lot of people who reached out to me about Barlow, Spernandez being one of them, saying that he actually believed in that guy. So there was some talent there, but that is one that slipped through the fingers, right? That's funny though, man. But good for Barlow, man. He's making the most out of the fact that there are injuries and suspensions on that team. He's getting the minutes, making the most of them. But that's a huge night for him.
Barlow wouldn't have been this same type of player if he had been here with the Spurs. I'm glad the young man's getting some run, man. Some run. He's doing good somewhere else. Let him flourish in that system. Good for him. But I'm not gonna be out here like the Spurs simps. Once a Spur, always a Spur. Man, get the hell out of here with that nonsense, dude. I want to hear that. It's ridiculous.
Now added to the NBA Slam Dunk competition this weekend is going to be Jalen Duren, who's going to be a first-time All-Star. Duren was the guy that I wanted the Spurs to draft back in 2022 when they got Sohan instead. Duren going to be an All-Star, going to be part of the Slam Dunk competition, going up against Carter Bryant and Jackson Hayes. Those are your competitors for the All-Star team, All-Star weekend festivities. So we have Mitch Johnson out there. Wemby's going to be starting in the All-Star game. Mitch Johnson, head coach of the All-Star team. Don't know if he's coaching Wemby's team or another team, but that's the way that it rolls right now. There's going to be a third head coach, by the way, added to the All-Star roster as well, man. So that's interesting because, again, there's multiple teams being played out there.
Look at Sam Salinas. Don't give me a break. Too many fans putting too much stock on the sun shining on the dog's ass.
Yeah. Well, would you use that same phrase? If you can go to my Twitter account, I retweeted a video of the shortest player in the NBA, Yuki Kawamura, who has played in the NBA for a couple of other teams on 10-day contracts in the past.
Yeah.
But the Chicago Bulls called him up from the G League. He's a Japanese point guard. He's 5'7".
Let's see what the kids got.
Let's see the highlights.
Here is Yuki Kawamura on the drive, cast out of Bio, leaves it for her.
Nice pass.
And one. Yuki
nice
with the assist.
pass. Look at this right here. He's going to go. This Bam on it. He blows wide Bam in the little nice little flip. He just flips the ball off to Kevin Herter, who's playing like power forward right now.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm going to turn the audio
he got tied up and had a jump ball. Look at from 3.
That was you, Mike, back in the day. You were sneaky athletic like that, bro.
Pawn Jimenez right there, man.
Mike, never.
Outside.
Never. You did not have that shot, bro. I promise you.
Look at the hezzy with the dish out. I thought for sure that this was AI generated.
Oh, come on, Mike.
But this is like, again, there was another Asian player that drove people crazy. Jeremy Lin back in the day with Lin Sanity.
He's the NBA spokesperson for all the short kings, man. Look at him,
yeah, man. Short Kings unite. Look, okay, look, he got tied up, right?
dude. I like this kid, man.
Okay, look at this guy. He's like 7 inches shorter, and he wins
Hey.
the tip. He won the
It
tip.
don't matter, man. He's making the most of his minutes, man. The time he's given. Get it.
He's like a Super Mario character running up and down the basketball court, man. Look, is that Yoshi?
Oh man, good for him, dude.
Very nice. Let's show some love to our good friends over at P.F. Chang's La Cantera. Again, great place for lunch, great place for dinner, for a date. Grab a drink for takeout. Go tell hi to Sean. Go tell Sean hi.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wine's Day.
Half all bottles of wine, half all bottles of champagne. Go show some love to Sean Quintero and P.F. Chang's La Cantera.
P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
Oh, man, those drink specials. $8.99 craft cocktails. Open to close, baby. Open to close. Dude, Joe, I'm going to be honest with you. I have tried 5 of the 8. Loved them all. Love them all. Love the martinis over there, man. Fantastic place to go. Again, you can also get pickup over there. Place your order on Postmates, place your order on Uber Eats, or go to the mall itself. They have parking right in the front. Go park. It's quick. It's a quick little 30-second walk into the restaurant. Get your food for takeout. It's an amazing place. Get that Asian cuisine. And as Joe likes to say, those lettuce wraps are delicious, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I like
Joe.
the chat that's coming in, man. What's it said, Mike's, what's your take on the Jackals?
I have a love-hate relationship for the Jackals.
You're an honorary Jackal, Mike. Come on.
I'm honorary.
Honorary. You went and showed your belly real quick, bro. They were like a couple rows behind you, and you went out of your way. Let me go say hi to them. No, man.
You know what? It's called being the bigger man, okay? Literally and figuratively.
Man.
No, the Jackals are fine. I like them better on the road than at home. But I'm not going to be out there chanting. You know why, Joe? Because it's what? Ole, 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 ole.
Ole, ole, ole. Stupid. I did that at the damn Frost Center when I was there. You can ask LG. He was laughing at me.
Hey, real fast, you can show my information here, man. Send me some business. I'm going to be in San Antonio Wednesday through Saturday meeting with clients. Give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369 for questions about retirement accounts, investments, insurance. I have a guy that I'm going to be meeting in Bernie this week. He forgot about an old 401k. He literally left a company a decade ago, had his 401k still over there. We found it, and he's going to move it to me to invest. You have questions about life insurance? I provided a dentist with disability insurance yesterday. I helped somebody with life insurance. And if you have a financial advisor who's looking for a place to work, they can come work with me. Give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369.
Hey,
so if someone asked the question earlier, where is James Harden going to go? Well, Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports just tweeted that there is a deal potentially in place to send James Harden from the Clippers to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Darius Garland.
Yeah.
He used to be with Yahoo Sports. He's now with NBA TV. I mean, Chris Haynes is a reputable source. He has 620,000 followers. He's a reputable source. Again, he says the Clippers and Cleveland Cavaliers have ramped up conversations on a James Harden, Darius Garland package, with both sides motivated to execute a deal relatively soon, league sources have told him.
Yeah. Bill, I mean, how many teams is going to make now that Harden's played on, dude? He's well-traveled now.
I hated Harden for so long. I mean, one of the greatest moments in Spurs history was the block from behind by Manu Ginobili in the playoffs way back when. Oklahoma City Thunder, when he was part of that team, and with Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka and Kevin Durant,
That was way back when.
he was fear the beard, all that crap. I couldn't stand him. He was immature. He was a ball hog. He was a me first kind of guy. Gotta be honest with you, for the Clippers, he matured. He's not the Harden that I hated a long time ago. Don't get me wrong, I still hate him and I want him to lose and I want him to never win. But I've gone from hating the guy to just not liking him. You know, he has matured. He has been, I mean, reportedly a very, very good teammate there in LA. He just wants out because he wants to win. And he doesn't think that the Clippers are going to be the ones to do it. No different than DeMarcus Lawrence going, I can't play for the Cowboys because I can't win here.
The writing was on the wall for him, so
Yeah.
he's out now with the Seahawks. But we're going to get into the discussion now, Mike. How clutch have Wemby and De'Aaron Fox been in the month of January? And there's the stats to show you how clutch these players have been, right? And they're going down the list. This is courtesy of Stat Defender. Best to worst field goal percentage in the month of January for the 2025-2026 NBA regular season. Minimum 15 clutch field goal attempts, right? Number one.
So clutch is a shot in the last minute or two.
Yeah.
Of a quarter and also within a certain point range or whatever. But number one, Sadiq Bey. But there's two Spurs on that list, Joe. So show me who they are.
Number 5, you have De'Aaron Fox. He had 45% field goal shooting percentage from the field,
right?
For clutch, as far as field goal shooting percentage, meaning that he was clutch. And then you have Victor Wembanyama at number 8 at 40%. So
and in the middle of the two is Kevin Durant and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So they were at least in relatively decent company when it comes to it all. The worst one was Michael Porter Jr. and Bam Adebayo.
Ooh, that's bad.
Those were shooting Sohan-esque percentages.
So what does the eye test tell you, though? I mean, because you look at these players, right, and you look at De'Aaron Fox, and the eye test will tell you he's always been, called upon to be clutch in the closing minutes of a game or whatnot, right? You want him out there as one of your closers. Wemby? Is Wemby flourishing now? Is Wemby now starting to become one of those guys that you can kind of count on? Is he going to be one of those guys that's going to be a closer alongside Fox? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I get tired of it. I get tired of Fox playing isolation ball at the end of quarters. He's not going to pass it. Everyone knows it. And he might have a pretty decent percentage of success when it comes to it all. I just don't like it. I think that really we should be cultivating Wemby to be that guy. And even if we take some bumps and bruises along the way and don't get the shots that going down or whatever the case may be, I think that Wemby should be the guy that we focus on more for it all. Because just seeing Fox dribble the ball for 20 seconds and then drive in to do a fadeaway jumper, I mean, I'll cheer for it in the playoffs. But, I mean, I don't get excited about it all, to be honest with you. I'd rather have him than Devin. I mean, Devin would always do that as well. But JHNSB says Wemby takes terrible shots, though. Charlotte's game, a prime example, when he launched that three from like 28 feet. Like, what are you doing, dude? You're 7'5". Get your ass inside. Everyone's talking on our chat about Bella Fleming's being named the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
Very cool. Congratulations.
And you know what? Congratulations to these two players. I know Spurs fans don't like one of them. So per Clutch Sports, the NBA has announced that Suns forward Dylan Brooks and Hornets forward Brandon Miller have won the Western and Eastern Conference Players of the Week.
Oh,
and
wow.
Goes to show you what's going on with Brooks right now. He's balling out there with the Suns.
Yeah, people thought that he was snubbed when it came to the All-Star team.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, Joe, let's get some love to our good friends over at Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. I'm going to need to step out for a quick minute, but I'll be back in about 1 minute, okay?
All right. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio, is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views, along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. So make sure you all go out there and support the Hard Rock Cafe in San Antonio, downtown San Antonio. Got a nice view of the Riverwalk out there. And again, me and Mike both are fans of the burgers. So you go out there, try the burgers, pull up to the bar, get you a drink. It's a good time out there. And actually, we're actually thinking about having our 500th episode party over at the Hard Rock. Want to move it from Little Woodrow's over here on 1604 and now here by Culebra out there to the centralized location being the Hard Rock downtown. So let's know what you all think about that. I think it'd be a good fit for everybody. It's easier to get to. Let's read some of the comments here. Fox is becoming, he's saying, more and more expendable. Okay. And Gagzamono says the number one should be taking those shots, and that's Victor. Okay, agree. He says Brooks can play unlike Draymond. Okay, he says, Joy-Con Drift King says, okay, but which is your favorite, the salmon or the ribs? I like them both. I actually like the salmon from the Hard Rock Cafe. I enjoy it. And then Chris Gonzalez today is saying, today is the anniversary of the rock and roll playing crash.
Oh, is it the day the music died?
Yes, sir.
That was back in what, 1957?
Yeah, back on this day in 1957. Richie. You know what, Mike? I was talking to you about this
1959.
Prior to us coming on the air, right? And we're talking about, does anybody care about the Super Bowl? Well, does anybody care about the Olympics? And look what's going on right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tickets to the Olympics, right, opening ceremony are usually among the most in demand during the games. This is courtesy of the Sports Journal. But they were saying, but as of last week, not only do they remain available, but for fans 26 and under, they're part of a buy one, get one deal. So that means they got a surplus of tickets left for the opening ceremony at the Olympic Games that's going to be held in Italy.
Does anybody care about the Olympics? The answer is no.
It's a Winter Olympics. You don't like that, Mike? Come on. You don't like to see the
Dude,
snowboarding?
Growing up, I lived for the Olympics, man, because the Olympics were in Los Angeles back in '84. You had against the Soviet Union. I know you had a lot of that going on. It was patriotism. But that was also the time of the year or a time in life when there was no streaming services. There was no iPhones or Androids, and there was no internet and all that stuff. It was just it was just what you did as an American to watch the Olympics and cheer, even if it was on tape delay. You didn't know it was on tape delay. They would hide that from you. Now they can't do a tape delay because you're getting alerted on your phone as to the results before NBC or Peacock even shows the actual event, because it's being done in Italy, and that's 6 hours, 7 hours ahead of us, and also the luster's gone. I enjoy it when it's live. I've been to an Olympic event. I was at the Olympics in Atlanta. I saw boxing. I was on site at the Atlanta Centennial Park bombing back in '96 because I was working there with KSAT. We heard the explosion a couple blocks away, made our way over. But the luster's gone, dude. It's fun. Some certain sports are fun to watch. I like the Summer Olympics more than the Winter Olympics. Like the ones shoveling or sweeping the snow.
The curling,
does nothing for me.
You would be so good at the curling, Mike. Be out there doing that.
Greg says, "Hey Joe, send the link for free parking for the show at Hard Rock.
Make more money. Make more money.
Make more money, dude.
You can park at one of the the city parking lots.
Yeah. I apologize for walking out, but my neighbors showed up, and there was more dogs in my backyard than we're supposed to. My son, Francesca's son, came over and all the dogs just ran into the house, and I was freaking out because I was not expecting that. Uh, and then my neighbor was knocking on the door, so I apologize for that.
We were talking about Lindsey Vonn, right? Because she got injured, right?
Was that Tigers girl at one point?
Yeah, at one point. So she got injured. This is going to be, I believe, her last Olympic Games here.
Yeah, she's a
So
skier.
she basically blew out her ACL in her left knee, but she was saying that she's still going to go ahead and compete. I mean, how can you compete on a busted ACL?
I don't know, man. That's brutal. And to think that's all that they've done for their lifetime, dude. And it's a lot of Olympians have a hard time going back to normal life because they've lived for this moment their entire lives, and sometimes it fails, and sometimes they get hurt. And most Olympians don't make a dime, dude. Most Olympians are dirt poor. They're
They
just
get sponsors when they get back in the States.
Yeah, but I mean, not everything gets sponsored the same way. It's kind of like UTSA sports. The football team gets sponsored like crazy, but
You
soft.
do get money, but you have to win a gold medal, right? And you get a little bit of money,
But just
and
for
then
being an Olympian doesn't make it happen.
that doesn't make it. Yeah, it doesn't make it happen. You're just offered, hey, you got room and board there. You're going to compete and whatnot, But
Flavor
the
Flav,
allure,
Flavor Flav sponsored the one of the women's swimming teams, not the swimming team. It
swimming
was like
teams,
water polo team.
water polo, yeah. But the thing is like the allure of the Olympics is you have to be in one of the most popular sports, right? That people are going to want to watch. And if you win a gold medal, that is a cash grab for you as an athlete because then when you come back to the States, you're going to be offered sponsorships and whatnot. And that's your avenue to go ahead and make more
Speaking
money.
engagements, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
I enjoyed the time that I was at the Olympics. It was something that I really really liked. It was a great crowd. It was international feeling because everyone from all over the world is there. It was amazing, and people are calling cap, saying that I wasn't there in '96 when the Olympic bombing went off, and that I tackled Richard Jewell. I did not tackle Richard Jewell, although that movie Jewel is very good. But I was there with Steve Spriester and Paul Venema and a couple of photographers out there for the Olympics. And we were eating at a TGI Fridays when the explosion happened. And I don't even think we were eating yet. I think we were just waiting for our table. And it was maybe a block and a half away. And we run outside and we see all these people running away from the park. And I remember jumping up on top of not a light pole, but it was like a street sign of some sort to let people go by and just get up there a little bit. I was 19 years old at the time. I was much thinner back in the day. But it's interesting that I was there. It was cool, dude. It was cool in the sense that a historical thing. I mean, I'm not saying it was cool that there was a bombing and a couple people died, but it was just weird that to be in a situation like that and survive it. I wasn't in the park. I wasn't in under the Coca-Cola tent or anything like that. I was in the park earlier in the day, but I left the park maybe an hour before the bombing actually happened. So, wouldn't have been. It is what it is, dude. I've lived an interesting, stupid, weird life.
So you're not going to be looking forward to the Winter Olympics, is what you're saying?
Nah, man. But I will sit down when they're skiing down the hill and pulling out the rifle. That's the one that I'll get into.
I like that. I like watching the curling, man. For some reason, it's oddly satisfying. Drinking beers and watching these guys with the little brooms, going down the whole lane there. It's almost like like bowling on ice. It's fun to watch that. I like watching the bobsled and snowboarding.
Like seeing the bobsled and seeing them tumble over, dude. You want them on the side going like this.
Yeah, and you just see the one brother coming down the slide, and you see the bobsled just stuck, and he's just sliding down. It's fun.
You are not about the thrill of victory. You're all about the agony of defeat. That's basically it.
And I like seeing them when they come down the ski slope, and they get on the skis and they jump, and then they see how far they go and all that kind of stuff. That's
fun. and they're just like this. the entire time, and you're like, man, here's one thing I'll never do, man. That's just wild. No, I like the Summer Olympics. I like watching the swimming, because who's gonna win. What I don't like is like figure skating, because it's like, how do you tell who's gonna win?
You don't
It's
like the speed
subjective.
skating? The speed skating's fun when they're racing
Speed
on the
skating
ice. Yeah, man.
is fun, but it's almost like the lanes are too small, man. At some point, give them some room, because if you're not in first place early on, you're not going to catch up ever. No one catches up on that. It's the same 6 skaters in the same position the entire time, and then they fight for their lives in the last 3 seconds.
Elbowing each other, trying to get around each other. Yeah, it's fun watching that. Or the figure skating. They got the figure skating out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg Rich Down says, so you had experience climbing the pole, and that led to undercover strip club investigations. Okay. So Joe,
with the no fear cap.
I know you call me the embellisher, Joe.
No, that's not me. That's Chica that calls you the embellisher.
Okay,
I love it how she says it. She goes, "Oh, Michael, the embellisher."
Joe, do you believe the Acapulco fantasy story?
Of course, because we see that grainy ass video still to this day on
it had to come from somewhere. It came from me. Do you believe that I was in Atlanta and that I was a block and a half away from the bombing when it happened?
Of course, there's always a story for you. You're always in it.
But I always have. Dude, we'll see if we can get Spreester on the show. He'll be like, "Yeah, dude, we were at TGI Fridays when this all happened."
He's busy working now, bro.
I know he's doing other things, man. That's good times.
Yeah.
Hey, so last night, Chica and I, hard rock conversation of entertainment. We went to a comedy club last night, the Houston Improv. God, I can't stand the city of Houston. The worst drivers in the entire state. They're worse than LA drivers is Houston drivers. They suck, they're rude, and they don't believe in blinkers and letting people in. That being said, I go to the comedy club in San Antonio, right? Sometimes I go to the LOL. I've been to the one at the Riverwalk before, the River Center Mall. I've been to the Tobin Center. I saw Jeff R. Curry at the Tobin last year.
Yeah.
But I'd never gone on a Monday. A Monday show that started after 10 p.m. First of all, the two early ones, the first one was awful. They have the newbie, the local newbie out there. He was awful. And when I say he was cochino, he wasn't cochino in a way that was funny. It was cochino in a way that was just gross. That guy sucked. Second guy, I've seen his podcast with Bobby Lee. He sucked for the first half, brought it on, and the second half of his act was pretty good. He looked like the guy from Stranger Things, the one without teeth. So he looked like that guy. So he made fun of the fact that he looks like him. The headliner was Ralph Barbosa, who arguably is one of the 5 hottest comedians out right now.
Yeah.
Just popularity-wise. He sold out the Majestic Theater. Multiple shows at the Majestic. And what happened was about a few weeks ago, I was on Facebook and he posted last second addition to my tour, going to be in Houston. We're adding a late show to Monday. Tickets on sale now, yada, yada, yada. And I went on there and I snatched up 4 tickets. So me, Francesca, her brother, and her sister-in-law, I guess that's my sister-in-law, we all went. Barbosa's really good. And it was interesting going to the show, Joe, because he had a notebook and he was kind of going back and forth to the notebook. And he told everybody, look, man, I have a tour this summer. I have another comedy special that I'm taping. This is all me just practicing. I hope you don't mind, but I'm testing jokes on you guys. And it was an hour and a half of him testing jokes to see what hit, what landed, and what didn't land. And he would end every joke with like, okay, I'm going to keep that one. I'm not going to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. But it was interesting, Joe. What are your thoughts on going to a show where they're telling you outright that this is a warm-up for a bigger show down the road?
Then why am I paying? What kind of ticket prices am I paying for?
It wasn't expensive at all.
All right. Well, if it wasn't expensive, then I'd be all right with it.
They were letting people in for $25 to $50.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude. That what kind of show you're gonna get for that much then.
Yeah, and he was fun. He did the crowd work and all that stuff. Now here's the thing. He made fun of the fact that his liver he's having liver issues, right?
Yeah.
And it was worth the money, by the way. So $50 was worth the money for him to be up there because it was good. And he did about a 40-minute set where he wasn't looking at his notes, so he kind of had already built up a bit of a roster of jokes. But the last 40 minutes of it was like him going, all right, let's try this one. And so it was like a half real show, half batting practice. But I don't know if you know this, but he's a type 1 diabetic. And he looked awful yesterday. And Francesca goes, he's dying. Okay, because look at the photos of him in 2021, 2022 when he first came out. And the whole George Lopez spat era. And look at photos now. Man, there's something amiss, man. And he's talked about that he's type 1 diabetic. He's also talked about the fact that he's had liver issues and whatnot. Joe, I follow him on social media, on TikTok and on Instagram. He works out a lot, and he does a lot of gym stuff. He has stopped drinking. He says that he no longer does drinks. He doesn't drink anymore, that he's gone sober, and he's doing that for his health and all that stuff. But Francesca's looking at me going, dude, I don't think this guy's going to be around very long because he looked gray, Joe. He looked greenish gray, like the look that someone has when they have food poisoning. But that was his normal state. It was bad. It was bad.
Damn. You know what I was going to show?
Yeah.
I had sent something in our chat yesterday, right? In our private chat that we have with the fellas. And I'm gonna bring it up on screen here. So keep going. I'm gonna send it to the media share, dude. This was hilarious. Because yesterday they were talking about, I think it was on Ken's 5 that I saw it, Mike. They were talking about the paying your property taxes. And they had a video.
You're gonna do this, Joe. You're gonna show Ken's 5 video.
It was a Ken's 5 video, bro. It went viral. Let me go ahead and pull it up, dude. It was funny because I had sent it to the group first, right? And I said, I said what I said, but you could tell what was going on here, man. Like the cameraman, he was doing the Lord's work that day. The video has since gone viral, Mike. I can't imagine why. But keep on talking while I pull it up.
Oh, real fast. So we have some people who are reaching out to us talking about the comedy show question. Mario Cavazos asked the question, is George Lopez still doing the same jokes from 20 years ago? And the answer is yes. And you could say Paul Rodriguez is too. Did the old-time Mexican comedians do nothing for me? And they never did. Ish I Go reaches out to us and says he saw Carlos Mencia in Houston last month. Not sure if he's making a comeback, but he was hilarious. Carlos Mencia, Joe, let you know.
Yeah.
I had dinner with him one night. Now it wasn't one-on-one. It was a group. It was a group thing. It was like 8 or 10 of us there. But I was invited at dinner with Carlos Mencia. This was when he first came out. This was probably before Mind of Mencia. This was like 2005, 2004. So I had a friend at the time that I went to high school with, named Lisa, who was head of the some UTSA committee, and he performed at UTSA. And after the show, they were like, "Hey, do you want to go get dinner?" And we went to Mama Margie's. Of all places, we went to Mama Margie's on I-10 in Wurzbach. Sean Contreras says, "When will it stop?"
You know what they did, dude?
That is true. And Samson says, "Joke stealer." That's what he is known for, man.
They took the video down, Mike.
They did? So you want to describe said video?
I'm looking for it right now. It's like, dude, it is gone. Why would they take the video down? I gotta find it. I believe it's probably, I saw that guy, our friend, remember Chancla Academy?
Yeah.
On the X, and I mean on Insta. He has it somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and go to him, dude.
So just to let you know, the video that Joe sent was Sue Kalberg, who's a reporter from Ken's Five, doing a report on
Oh,
those who are dropping off payments for property taxes because they're due at a certain date. If you don't pay it at a certain time and date, you get fined. Some people don't trust the mail. For some reason, some people don't trust doing it electronically, so they actually go and pay in person. And there was an outdoor setup there where people can just walk up and pay and physically give their check, physically give their money to a county representative. Joe was enamored with one of the women that was actually in line, and apparently the camera guy was too. And Joe was so excited about it all and about the comments that were in there. And apparently, Ken's Five has done what to the video, Joe?
get this gone,
What's that video's name, Joe?
gone.
You can.
Dude, they took the video down, dog. They took it down, man. I can't even share the link. It's still available, like in our own private chat. And I was like, I'm gonna send it to the media share, and they won't let me share it, dude. It's still up there. I think I'm gonna do a screen grab, dude. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this. I'm gonna
Joe,
have to
you're
do this.
so insistent on this story. I don't get
I'm
it.
so I'm gonna get this damn video for the chat. The things I do for the chat, man. But let me do the screen grab for it. That was it's funny, dude. Like I can't believe they actually took it down. It's hilarious. Like why would you do that? All right,
Well,
here we go.
why? Because of all the comments on there, Joe. It's not like it does Ken's Five any good to have 1,000 Nesios on there commenting on a video, Joe.
Woo!
Those aren't the clicks that they want.
It'd probably be
Look
the
how
most,
you're
most
blushing,
watched
Joe.
video, dude.
You
It's
are
gonna be the most.
blushing.
It's funny, dude. It's so funny.
You're blushing right now, Joe.
Here we go.
Did you send it to the media share or what?
I'm gonna send it to the media share right now. Oh my god. Dude.
Joe's looking for her on Instagram.
Woo, man.
Can you tell me your LinkedIn?
This is a good one. I'm gonna.
Joe's excited because she's a property owner.
Oh my god.
Joy-Con says Bear County property taxes are thick.
Woo.
Joe, you're blushing.
Funny,
you're outright
dude.
blushing.
That is funny. No, I'm not blushing. I'm laughing so much because this thing has me like it had me laughing so hard yesterday when I saw it, man. I finally found it. So here we go. I'm gonna send it to the media share. Here we go.
My virgin eyes. Can't believe you're doing this, Joe. I can't believe that you've spent 6 minutes
Woo.
building up this girl. You spent 6 minutes doing
getting
this.
the video. We getting the damn video.
Oh, you actually got the video?
Yeah, I had to screen record it on the phone and then send it to the media share. So hopefully
dude,
we
you're
get
building
the
this
video here.
chick up big time, Joe, and I don't
Bro.
think it's going to deliver.
Them property taxes are thick, dog.
Demon Joe.
Man, I can't believe that they went ahead and took the video down, dude. Like, why? Why take the video down? And even the Chunk Academy dude, he had it on there, man. And I guess they told him to take the video down, dude. It's gone.
Ish I go. You gotta send me your email address. We'll add you to the walk challenge. I gotta start that up again for the month of February. So we'll get that going tomorrow.
God, man. I'm still waiting for the video to be sent, dude. Like,
Oh
what
my
the
God,
hell?
Joe. We just gotta go on. Okay, just go on.
Oh, here it is. It came up.
Okay, all right, fine.
And I said,
Joe, do the
"No,
narration.
damn. It didn't do it. But we still got the video. It lives on in infamy. Let's see if I can show it to y'all. There it is. Demon Joe will not be denied. Them property taxes are thick, dog. Woo! Ooh, bro. I saw this yesterday when I was on like surfing the social media, and I was like, what are we doing, man? I sent it to everybody, dude.
Ishai
And there
Go
was
says he's walking the Blue Star Trail while listening to the podcast, man. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, you were sending it to everybody. You were so excited, Joe.
it was so funny, dude. I'm like the cameraman, he's trying to follow the lady, right? That she's trying to mail in her property tax check, and the cameraman's like, bam. And
You
then
know
you
they
have to go,
you know they gave him crap at the station, right? They had to have.
oh, bro. And then of course, all the comments that were coming out on that video. And they're like, damn, I gotta go do my property taxes. Where's this place at?
Where's this place at? Everyone's asking, what's her at?
What's her at? Everybody's like, who's she? Who is she? They're trying to locate her and stuff. I'm like, damn, dude. That video, I can't believe Ken's 5 took it down, man. Come on. They probably saw the backlash and they were like, yeah, let's yank it. It lives
Yeah.
on forever in the chat, Mike.
Is that how that works?
It lives on forever in the chat. That was a great video, though. Greg. Oh, my God.
Here's a photo that was posted by Zach NBA. He's a writer and editor for Pounding the Rock.
Yeah.
It made me sad in the face.
Why?
It was the three members of the Spurs that got drafted in 2022 and said they are all gone within 6 months. What's their name? Gone. We had 3 first rounders that year. Damn,
Hey.
tax is thick. It's archived now.
Oh, man. People saw that video and they were like, man, I'm heading to that spot now. No lies detected. Them
Very
taxes were
nice.
thick, bro.
Very nice. All right, Joe. Super Bowl's coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
No one's talking about it. I mean, I know it's on ESPN, all that stuff, but like usually at this time of the year, it's like, hey man, who you got? Hey man, like there's a buzz. Am I wrong, Joe, that there's no buzz to the Super Bowl yet? Is
I
it
don't know,
because
man.
of the teams played? Is there fatigue towards New England? Is it because no one cares about Seattle's team? I mean, Seattle's in the Pacific Northwest, and it's kind of far away from the rest of the country. It's
Because
on the
it's
other
a
side of the
what,
country.
Mike? Is it a small market? That's what you're going to say?
No, they're both big markets. Boston and Seattle are big markets. It's just Boston wins all the time. When they have the from everything from the Bruins to the Red Sox to the Celtics to the Patriots, it's like a little bit of fatigue from there. Drake May, though, they asked a question earlier today, Joe, on ESPN on First Take. It was a Stephen A. Smith take.
Yeah.
Asked the question, if Darnold wins this game for Seattle and Darnold puts up some numbers, let's say he goes for 285 and 3 touchdowns, and they win. He didn't game manage them. He led them to a victory.
Yeah.
Would he be considered elite? Because we think Josh Allen's elite, no
Yeah.
ring. We think Joe Burrow's elite, no ring. We think Lamar Jackson's elite, no ring. Like, what is elite? Is elite putting up stats? Because if that's the case, then that means Dak Prescott's one of the most elite quarterbacks out there.
Dakota Rain Prescott?
Yeah, I mean, Cowboy fans get all up in arms whenever someone says, yeah, but Jalen Hurts is the one with a ring. So what how do you define elite, Joe? Is it being extremely talented, or is it actually getting the hardware and leading your team to the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl? Because Mahomes is elite, right? Because he's won some before.
Yeah.
Stafford's elite. But we're so conditioned to say that Josh Allen is. We're so conditioned to say that Lamar Jackson is. We're so conditioned to say that Justin Herbert is, even though they really haven't done much in the playoffs. So is Sam Darnold really an elite quarterback? if he
I don't
gets a
know if
ring. 28-6 the last 2 seasons.
I don't know if you can say he's elite. Maybe he can say, but the one thing you can't say if you deny if he does win, he's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He's a champion if he wins.
And isn't that what you need?
Isn't that the only stat that really matters at the end of the day? Not really what your accolades may have been during the regular season. What people are going to remember you by is did you win the game, the big game when it mattered the most. And if he can march his team down the field and get a victory and put him up there in infamy, with other caliber champions, Super Bowl champions, he's done his job.
That is a stat, like you said, that matters the most. Just do you get the win or not?
Because not a lot of people have the ring at the end of their career. It doesn't matter what the accolades they had during the regular season or how well they played. You're remembered by how many rings you've won.
So I watched on Netflix. There's a brand new documentary that came out called Elway. I don't know if you've seen it, Joe. It came out a couple of days ago. It's about John Elway, the legend for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
He was 0-3 in Super Bowls. And the one that he won, Joe, he won 2. But the first one he won, they were like, because I don't remember this, Joe. I was 21 years old. I don't remember this time. I was 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
The Cowboys had just had their run, and the Broncos had gotten destroyed in 3 Super Bowls. One they lost like 52-10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And everyone's saying no one thought we were going to win this game. No one thought we were going to win this game. And I thought, that's so stupid. Against Green Bay, Brett Favre's Green Bay Packers. I looked up the spread for that game. The Packers were favored by 12.5 points in a Super Bowl. And the NFC had beaten the AFC 13 years in a row. That was a game that no one expected the Broncos to win. And the Broncos beat the living crap out of Green Bay that game.
Did they?
So it's funny that that's a really good documentary about Elway and his career and his life and what transpired then. And I'm watching TV right now on Rich Eisen's show. You see Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman, 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
He was a mid quarterback at best in the regular season. But during the playoffs, he was a football god in the playoffs. He was. In the playoffs, he was perfect.
What do we call
regular
him, Mike?
season? Mid.
Sausage fingers?
I saw this TikTok the other day about this one guy talking about how his girlfriend left him, but that she leveled up. And that she leveled up because she started dating Troy Aikman, and that Troy Aikman took her on an international trip. And she's like, how do I compete with that? And then he goes, and I know that, that they're not going to get married and stay together. And it's probably just a one-time thing for him or a weekend fling for him. But if she tries to come back to me, am I going to want to come back to a girl that hooked up with Troy Aikman in Italy?
God.
That was funny, Joe.
Hey, I do have the video ready to show everybody now.
Are you still going at this? The entire time you've been trying to do this, Joe.
Trying to get this damn video, bro. I don't give a damn. We're showing the video. Dude, this lady just trying to do her taxes. Them taxes thick, Mike. Them taxes thick. Ooh,
everyone he owns property, man.
She a property owner.
Sam Selena says, hold on. Let me turn on the lights down. Turn down the lights down and light some candles, Joe. Hey,
wow.
What are your thoughts on the alternative Super Bowl halftime show to Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny, who, by the way, won Best Album.
I don't listen to no Bad Bunny. I don't care. I don't give a damn about no Bad Bunny. I don't listen to his music. Like, it doesn't excite me, man. Like, why? Like put something on that people want to listen to.
He won Album of the Year.
And that means what to me? I don't listen to his music. Like it
But
don't
you're not the
interest me.
demo. You're not the demo.
Of course I'm not. I just
50-year-old
like I
men are
don't
not the
care.
demo.
I don't care about
25-year-old
no
women,
Bad Bunny.
30, 25
Conejito
and
mal,
30-year-old women are the
conejito
demo.
malito. No, hombre, dude. No.
Get down this whole idea of put on Metallica.
No, I'm just saying, dude. Put
No one's
something else
gonna
on.
listen to
I would
Metallica,
rather see
dude.
Bruno Mars, bro, or something else, man.
Bruno Mars was it 10 years ago, man?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I'd rather see something else. Bad Bunny.
Dude, the games for dudes, the commercials and halftime are for women. That's the way that they market it, Joe. That's why The Weeknd did it.
Chica's gonna get
Lady
up for Bad
Gaga,
Bunny. She listened to Bad Bunny.
she doesn't mind it. I've seen her
I
dance
bet
to
you
it.
she don't listen to it though. It's not her first choice though.
Not her first choice, but it's the first choice of somebody. If he's the most streamed person in all of the world, I mean, you know what? You know what's so funny? Last two albums of the year,
Yeah.
or last two big winners of the Grammys, right? This past weekend. Who were the two big winners of the Grammys? Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny. Who were the last two performers at the Super Bowl? Kendrick Lamar, and now it'll be Bad Bunny. The Grammys knew from the get-go. Joe, it shows that the NFL's current with what's going on in music. It used to be back in the day that the NFL would have these throwback albums. You'd have like I don't know, Prince or Michael Jackson 30 years after they came out, right? Because it used to be they used to have high school marching bands and whatnot back in the day. But when they started going to contemporary artists, it was performers that were older. It was 45, 40, 50-year-old performers going off and doing their thing. The only thing that I could think of that would be like a very good halftime show that is a throwback, because she is in her mid-50s, would be Mariah Carey.
Nobody want to listen to her, bro. She already past her prime though, man.
But you're throwing out there 60-year-old dudes performing 40-year-old
Metallica
hits.
can still sing though, man.
They came out in 82, Joe.
Yeah.
No
Like
one
you're
wants
not
to
gonna
watch
watch them.
70-year-old
Everybody, what
James
did everybody
Hetfield sing.
watch? Everybody watched all them OGs come out. They had 50 Cent and everybody else that they got out of retirement to go out there and perform one time during the halftime show. Like if they're gonna see them OGs, they can watch the old school rock and roll. They play old school rock and roll in every arena, man, in the NFL. And you're gonna tell me that people don't want to see that? Like, come on. Bad Bunny wearing the dress at halftime, that don't excite me, man. I'm sorry,
It's not for you. It's not for you.
It's not. I'm not gonna watch it.
Not everything's for the 50-year-old.
Put our
man,
tag team.
White,
Put our
man,
tag
white,
team,
brown,
man.
and black.
Digital Underground. Put them out there on the stage.
Shock G's dead. He died in 2021. No, it's
man.
interesting because a lot of sports fans are get all upset and bent out of shape, and then you have that Kid Rock concert, which by the way, if you go to a Super Bowl party and they put on the Kid Rock concert, come on, man, that's just lame.
Exactly, JH. Rather put on Tejano than Bad Bunny, bro. Come on.
Dude, no one listens to Tejano. Tejano died in March of '95.
That's why they have Fiesta de los Reyes every year at Market Square. Come on, Mike.
Dude, yeah, Market Square is really the heartbeat of music in the United States.
You don't listen. You don't listen to no Tejano, bro. Come on.
No one listens to Tejano, dude. It
Yes, they
died in
do.
90. It died in 95. It died in 95.
No, bro. You still cooking out in the backyard con la gente, bro, with your cousins and your tias and your uncles, and they're gonna put on Tejano, Raulito,
It died. Dude.
Raymond Ayala.
You know how you know how I know it died? Because I'm watching the Grammys and they're doing in memoriam. You see Flaco Jimenez's name up there.
You're not
That's
gonna
how you
see.
know it died.
You're gonna put on the Sapito song. Come on, Mike. They played during the night parade, man.
Yeah. So JHNSB says they're trying to attract the younger demo. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nobody watches the over 30 watches that show. He says they're trying to attract the younger demo. Joe, when Francesca and I went to, she had a company retreat in just outside of San Marcos. The girls that she worked with wanted to go dance. They wanted to go listen to music. And I said, well, Texas State's right around the corner. I used to go to Texas State. Let's go check out the square.
Yeah.
We went to all the nightclubs, Joe. We went to 3 nightclubs that we were there. Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. And it wasn't just one song. It was 3, 4, 5 songs in a row of Bad Bunny. And everybody in there, dude, white, brown, black, Asian, We're all dancing to it and all hyped up to it.
I ain't dancing to that shit. I don't listen to that stuff, man.
Yeah, but they don't. But those people, who's the future of NFL watchers, right? Don't listen to Metallica. I saw a TikTok earlier today talk about classic rock, right?
Yeah.
Dude, classic rock is not AC/DC. It's not Rush. Classic rock is not the Grateful Dead. Classic rock is not Black Sabbath. That's ancient rock. Classic rock is what was 25 to 30 years before. When we were growing up in high school and we were in the 90s, classic rock was 20 years.
Soundgarden.
Nirvana, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, STP.
Yeah.
That is all classic rock. What was considered
Facts.
to be classic rock to us growing up is now oldies.
Yeah.
Oldies is Black Sabbath. Oldies is The Who. Oldies is Leonard Skinner. Those are oldies now. So it's interesting how times change, Joe, and it's like we'll never be the demo that the NFL wants. The NFL will have us there because of football, but that Kid Rock concert, dude, that All-American concert, which by the way has not one minority in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I ain't listening
to
to
be
no Bad
honest,
Bunny,
Mike,
man.
1, it was Southwest Texas, not Texas State back then. 2, did you go to more parties than classes you attended? I was there when the switch happened from Southwest Texas to Texas State, which happened in 98, if I'm not mistaken. 98, 99. So I was there when it was Southwest Texas, but it switched kind of right around that time. And I went to a lot of parties out there. But to be honest with you, I enjoyed the classes over there. I would have graduated from there, but I dropped out my junior year because I was already being offered TV reporting jobs. I ended up going back to San Antonio as a reporter over in San Antonio. I didn't have my degree. I walked into UTSA and I said, what is the fastest degree I can get? And they said, well, you were a minor in political science over there. Just take some political science classes and you'll be done. And 2 semesters later, I was UTSA grad.
Look at JHNSB says, I'll be tuning into the Kid Rock concert instead. I'm with you, bro.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. That's great. Kid Rock.
I'd rather watch something else. I'll probably just turn it off. During halftime, I'll get up and do something else. Go watch a movie trailer or something else.
People said that about Kendrick Lamar, and it was the most watched halftime show of all time.
And then they were selling out of the ladies' jeans that he was wearing on stage. What are you going to do with Bad Bunny now? They're going to sell out of the dress he's going to be wearing on stage, the next day. It's all about fashion and all that stuff, man. Whatever anybody wears, or they tote them on out there on the stage, they're going to be sold out in the stores the next day. Oh, hell damn no. I hate Lizzo, bro, with a passion. I don't like that music.
Sam Salinas says, no, Mike, classic rock and oldies are proper nouns. Classic rock is 67. No, it's not. Not anymore. Not according to the station managers anymore. Classic rock is defined as being 25 to 30 years before the current date. That is classic rock. Oldies is anything that's 40 to 50 years away. It's a time phrase. It's a transition from one to the other, which is why certain songs come out and then suddenly they're on adult contemporary stations, and then they move their way into whatever. You morph your way through. Our classic rock of the 70s, those are oldies. That's like saying when I grew up, oldies was like Fats Domino and Chubby Checker and all that stuff. Those were the oldies when I grew up. The oldies now is Zeppelin. The oldies now is The Who. The oldies now is 70s. The oldies now is disco.
Look at Matt Cavazos. He's telling Mario Cavazos is telling Matt Games, estos vastos are stuck in the past. You know what? Show me how many Bad Bunny songs you got on your Spotify. I bet you ain't nothing, dude. Same thing with Matt Gomez. You're gonna be rocking Bad Bunny at the SAFC tailgate, bro? No, I'm good. I'm good.
I bet you Bad Bunny with one song has more plays than Kid Rock has his entire
Probably.
catalog.
You're not wrong with that.
It's here. Bad Bunny songs. Bad Bunny has 4 songs with more than 1 billion listens, including one that has 2.3 billion listens.
Yeah.
He's got 7 other songs that have 750 million more listens or more, and several others that have more than 500,000 listens. He's big time, Joe. They got the big talent. But we're not the demo anymore, Joe. They're not going to come out there and play Foo Fighters. You know, those days are over, Joe. Those days are over.
No Smashing Pumpkins. Why can't Smashing Pumpkins do the halftime show?
Because they're older than fuck. That's why. Sorry for
No, bro.
They're great.
Dollar.
That's my first curse word in about a month. In 2 months, though. But no, man, they're old, man. No one gives a crap about the Pumpkins anymore except for 50-year-old men.
Yeah. I like this, Sam Salinas. Shut up and go eat a nugget at Matt Gomez 24. He's like, if you know, you know. Matt got into it with one of the jackals, and then they got all mad and going back and forth. I see what's going on. Just because I play stupid don't mean I am stupid. I see everything that's happening.
All right, Joe. Well, it's time for me to head on into the office, man. But hope everyone has a fantastic day. Spurs back in action tomorrow. We'll be talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder Spurs game tomorrow. We're also going to be talking a lot about the Super Bowl tomorrow because we have 2 special guests. We have Frank Harris and Rashad Wisdom. You know them and love them from UTSA football. They are UTSA royalty, legends of the gridiron for the orange and blue. We're going to have them on tomorrow, so we're looking forward to that. Everyone have a fantastic day. Joe, I hope you have a good day, and remember, them property taxes in San Antonio and Bexar County are what, Joe?
They thick, bro.
Yes,
Them taxes are thick with 2 C's, brother. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember, Super Bowl
talk. Hit the like button.
Yep.